Hi, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and I wanted to come on here and show you how to make your own stained glass template. Now, the main reason why I'm doing this tutorial is because I saw a very um, need for this for silhouette. Cricut has like tons and tons of tutorials on how they make their own templates, and I just realized there's probably like one that I noticed for silhouette. So I thought I would come on here and show you how you can make your own template using silhouette basic shape. So before I even start, I'm currently under business edition. So let me change that to studio. See, just changed it from business to studio. So it's everything that's going to happen right now is basic. You can get the software for free and you can make this yourself. So let's get started. These are going to be my templates. This is what I'm going to be doing. And this is the inspiration where I got it from. So I really liked how this looked. So I was going to implement that into the template. However, I really loved the shape of this particular stained glass template that I saw. So I'm going to have incorporated both of them, and this is what I got. So I'm going to set these aside. Actually, let's remove these and make these a little smaller so I can show you how I did them. So first things first, I'm going to start with the rounded rectangle tool. Now, all I'm going to do is hold my shift key. Actually, I'm not going to hold on to it. I just need to elongate this because if I did, it was going to be perfect. But no, I need to make this as long as possible. Now, I'm going to, before I even start, let's change the color so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Now you notice that these have two little dots up here. This is what gives you your rounded edge, but still gives you a nice flat side. So I'm going to turn that a little bit until I feel is what I want it to be. Now you could go all the way like this, how the original picture looked like. And to be honest, that does look nice. I might have to change it just slightly. Let's make this a little thicker, about, say, right there. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to convert to path. Now they're gone. The little dots are gone. And I'm going to actually change this to white so you can see what I'm going to do next. Now that it's highlighted, I'm going to go over here to my modified panel. Oh, not my modified panel. My offset. And I'm going to go insert. It's going to be the inside, not the outside. Now it's set to the distance or limit corners is 0.205. That's what it is. Now any lines that you make, they need to match. If it looks too thin, it's going to look a little unusual for stained glass pattern. So I'm going to highlight both of these and make it into a compound path. And then I'm going to change the color to black. And we're going to work within this particular space. So the first thing I did is grab the circle. Then I'm going to hold my shift key to give me a perfect circle. And I believe that looks pretty good. Now you can put this circle anywhere you want. You want it to the edge, you can. In the center, you can. This is going to be your template. But for me, I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to do what I did before. Do the insert. And make it into a compound path. And then change the color. Okay. Now, I'm going to work from the bottom, or should I say middle up. Because I need to make sure where the land meets the sky, basically. Or ocean. You can make this look like an ocean, however you want. I'm going to grab my curved shape tool. And all I'm going to do is do little wiggly lines, a little high, a little low, a little high, a little low. And then I'm going to go circle right back. Do I like this? No, let's try that again. Work on it until you feel like how you want it to look. There you go. That looks a little better. The other one was a little too wonky for me. All right, I'm going to do it again. Select. Now all of my lines look exactly the same. There is no deviation whatsoever yet. Okay, I'm going to go to gonna fill it in with black. Now, here's a little thing about silhouette. You can't use your cut tool. It's not like you can go here, hold your shift key, and go down. Oh, I guess you can. Last time I did this, it didn't want to work. So I had to use my erase tool. There's always a reason or a method. For whatever reason, at that time it wasn't working. So, but it's working now, so I'm not going to say anything about that. Now that I have where my sky and earth is going to go, I'm going to fix what's going on right here. Let's get a little closer. There we go. I'm going to grab my knife tool again. I'm going to hold my shift key, and actually I'm going to let it go because it's making a weird angle. I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to cut it there. Good. Now I can release it from here. Perfect. And you're thinking, that looks okay. Well, we're going to fix this so it actually looks like it's part of one line. So in order to make, you don't want to just highlight this and squeeze in, because then you're messing with your width. So in order to keep the same width, we're going to double click it, and now you have little points that you can mess with. So all you're going to do is click a random point between this black line, and now I'm going to just double click it and then erase from the bottom, because it goes into a curve when you do. So I'm going to delete. Oh, and I forgot to add my point. I thought I did, but I didn't. I'm going to move that little line down and then start all over. Let's start right there and go delete. Now it's inside this black line. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Line, not line, dot, go from the top. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this circle. I'm going to get a clear line. I have to move this line back. Now I'm going to make this to the front. Okay. Dot. Now I'm going to delete. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see, is this where I want it to go? Yes. I want to highlight everything and weld. This way it doesn't go anywhere. Now if you look, everything is solid. The whole thing is solid. Okay. Now I can work on the sky or on the earth. It really depends on what you want to do first. Since I worked a little bit on the ground, let's go into the sky. So in order to get the right width, we already know it's 0.25. We're going to go grab ourselves a little rectangle. Let's just like elongate this. Turn it black. Not brown, black. And we need to check the line on this. No, that's not where I need to go. Nope, that's not it either. Where did I find it? Oh, it's up here. It's above me, right here. So the length is 1, and I need to make this 0.25. And as you can see, it made it the same width. You see that? And that's perfect. I mean, even if it got longer, it's fine, because we're going to trim it anyway. So first things first, we're going to go all the way up Doesn't matter if it's centered or not. And this is going to be the length of what I'm going to be working with. So I'm going to just grab my knife tool again, slice it right there. And now I'm going to just copy and paste. And as I do that, I'm going to just follow this rim circle right here. Oh, I moved it. There we go. I'm just going to follow this circle. And you can space this out as thick or as thin as you want. I think that looks pretty good. My first attempt was a little thinner, and this time I'm going to go a little thicker. It really is all up to you in how much you want your glass to be. You know, how thick you want your glass to be. That looks pretty good. I'm going to select these two, copy and paste, and then turn it. That looks pretty good. Let's just make sure that this is touching. That's touching. Okay. Cut and paste. And then I'm just turning it. Alright. So far so good. I don't need this guy in the top anymore. And I need to make these a little smaller. So let's get a little closer. This is good. This is a little too close. Good, good, good. Bring this down a little more. Good. Alright, let's get our knife tool. And we're just going to cut as we go. Going to do the same thing that we did before. Change our point. Put a little dot here and here and erase the top. Good. We're moving along. I'm going to do this with the same thing over here. Slice. Remove. And add new dots. Alright. Moving down the line. You're probably thinking, well, Monica, why don't you just, create the dots and, then erase? Well, you can, but you can run into some more dots at the top. I'll show you with the next one. Okay, so far so good. Normally you'll find dots here, 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 but for whatever reason, it's only 2. And I guess I'll continue on rather than... Oop! Should have started with that one. Let's see if this one has the same kind of issue. Double click. Nope, it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to add dots and delete. Moving down. I'm going to have to move this out just a little bit. Add a dot, delete a dot. Good. So far, so good. That looks pretty nice. So I'm just going to select everything and again, weld. Our sky has been completed. Now we can work on the earth. So we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to get our little squiggly tool here, curvy, shapy tool. And we're going to go up and down like we did before. Up, down, up. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to use the internal offset and make this black. Now, I don't like the fact that this has a little bit of like an edge, so I'm just going to get closer. There we go. So now it looks like it's overlapping rather than it being abruptly cut. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my knife tool. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now, do I want to do another one or just copy and paste? Let's flip this. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. Oh, I'm going to keep with that. And that's too close. You know what? I'm going to have to, because I don't like this straight edge right here. So I'm going to get my curvy tool. Go down like that and then go right back around. Nice. All right, let's internal offset, set this, and then make a compound path, and then just scoot this up a little. Good, that looks great. All right, and I'm going to cut it, and now I'm gonna erase. Is there anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Just like we did before, we're just gonna double click and pick our dots where we want them to go. They're gonna go here and here, and then I'm just gonna delete. Let's see, right there. Oh, I went the wrong direction. You have to figure out which direction the line is going to be going. So this was going up rather than down. Okay. Now let's bring this one to the front because I'm not sure where it is. Okay, right there and there. Go from the top. All right. It's the same thing for this one. Right there and right there. Delete, delete. Oh, missed one. Delete. One more. Good. All right, last line. Okay. And let's start deleting. See how I was telling you that on some cases you'll find little extra dots? That's the only reason why I started cutting. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to weld. Now you're wondering, well, I see how you got this. How did you get this? Well, all I did was copy paste. Move this a little. Move this a little. Now, I'm going to turn this white, fill it in with white, change my lines to black so I can see where they're going to be going. And I'm going to release the compound path. Now, let's go back and change this to black over here. There we go. And then you can fill in the colors that you want. Let's just go with a little lighter. Oh, okay. That's good. A little darker. That looks better. No. Okay, that looks better. Now I'm going to choose the greens that I'm going to put. That I already know. Okay. Now you have the cutout, and then you have your template where your glass is going to look like. This is what you would do a print and cut for, so you know what colors you're going to use. Say you wanted more of a dreamy scape. You know, you can go with pink or purple or any color that you want. You could even find glass that has a little bit of twinkle in them, you know, some glitter. It's all up to you. Now, I'm not done yet. As you can see, it has numbers. When you are working with glass, each glass panel that you have is going to have a number assigned to it. So before you even do any kind of cutting or print and cut, just go over here to this little A, put out a 1, and then fill it in with whatever color you want. Then the line itself, also black, because it bothers me that it's in red. Okay, you grab it, take it over, and all you're going to do is just duplicate it. You go on 1, 2, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Ooh, I just deleted it. Now, if you wanted, you can just go, you know, cut and paste, and then you can just change the number as you go. That's what I did prior. I actually just went cut and paste, and then I changed it as I went. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to get a different number from what I have on my original, and that's because I went a little thinner. Let's see, 6, 7, sorry, not 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, my other one went all the way up to 11, and that's because I think I had an extra sun panel here, and that's fine. It's going to change from person to person. I'm going to make sure that this is grouped up together, and I'm going to change it from red line to black line. There you go. And there it is. You have officially completed your very first stained glass using nothing more than basic shapes. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.